American politician is receiving death threats from trans activists after he himself came out as trans. Delaware Councilman Ryan Webb was, until a few weeks ago, a straight white male. But he recently told constituents that he now identifies as a lesbian woman of colour.
A councilman is coming out as a transgender and a woman of color. Delaware County Councilman Ryan Webb announced that he now identifies as an Indian American woman. Since that announcement, he's received some support, but a lot of backlash, many calling him childish, despicable, even calling for things like execution.
The problem? Trans activists insist that Ryan Webb is not really a woman. Not like, say, Dylan Mulvaney or Caitlyn Jenner or Leah Thomas. They are actual women. And we know they are actual women because they identify as actual women. So it should be obvious to everyone. And if it's not obvious to you, well, there's something wrong with you that needs to be corrected, probably by force. Trans activists weren't live and let live, tolerance-loving pacifists who only became enraged when Rosie Parker dared to speak about biological women earlier this year. I'm old enough to remember what happened when conservative commentator Ben Shapiro dared to suggest to Caitlyn Jenner almost a decade ago that biology, rather than wishful thinking, determines gender.
So you don't know what you're talking about. You're not educated on genetics.
Would you like to discuss the genetics? Or
well, no,
what
no.
are your genetics? Sir?
So I'd stay away from the genetics and back to the brain scans.
You cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
Yeah, that seems mildly inappropriate for a political discussion.
Now, unlike Caitlyn Jenner, Dylan Mulvaney is not a former men's decathlon winner, so Dylan proposes to force gender ideology on you by more subtler means.
Like the articles written about me using he pronouns and calling me a man over and over again. And I feel like that should be illegal. I don't know. That's just